The quality of life here is just unbeatable. The fact that I can leave my house and within a 5-minute walk in 2 different directions, I can be in 2 city parks.
A city that has the largest municipal park system in the upper Midwest, one of the largest in the country. It's phenomenal.
And yet there's economic opportunity here, and there's lovely places to live and stable neighborhoods. I think global warming and sustainability and the economy all sort of combine. When we start talking about those things, Duluth is, I think, prime for becoming a bigger, better, greener city.
There are basic services that are expected of us, and the taxpayer deserves to receive those. And I think over and above that, they deserve to see us providing those with a best practices approach. How we model our behavior, maybe in part due to participating in this project, how we do things differently. I think that's great leadership. Leadership really is about accountability. It's about innovation. And those are the kinds of things that I happen to know the current administration feels strongly in. So again, that's part of why I think the stars are aligned.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming, and congratulations to Sustainable Twin Ports for this momentous occasion. Back in 2001, when I was a city councilor, I brought forward a proposal to have the City of Duluth commit to the Cities for Climate Protection program. We were one of the first 100 cities in the United States to commit to that program. And what we found over the course of the last 7 years is tremendous benefit to the city operations, and our bottom line in taking part in that important program. By reducing our carbon emissions and our energy consumption, not only are we doing what's right for the environment, but we're also saving the taxpayers money. And our further commitment to the Eco Municipality program and to Sustainable Twin Ports is kind of a continuation of that effort, a continuation to do both what's right for the environment as well as what's right for our bottom line.
At first you said, well, how am I going to get 5 people to do this? That was number one. But then when you start putting the feelers out for volunteers, it was really sort of nice to be able to select from the groups that we did. We have Heidi Timm-Bijold, she is in our planning department. We have Stacy Lavras from the library, and Mindy Granley, who comes from UMD, and she's also on our planning commission. As a city architect, I am in charge of the facility management group of our broader-based maintenance group. We handle day-to-day operations of all of our facilities. We have 150 buildings and approximately 92 parks. My goal is to, again, try to save energy, mostly with the city. Our structures are very, very inefficient, many having not been modernized since the early 70s. With that said, we can make some real large improvements in a short amount of time.
My position over the last 11 years has evolved quite a bit to include, frankly, dealing with a lot of legacy issues in the form of environmental contamination. In order to have sites that can be developed for business, we usually need to deal with some kind of inadequacy of the soil, some kind of contamination. Might be petroleum, might be hazardous waste of another type. Working with the mayor on a project with the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway Cities initiative to make sure we're good stewards of the lake, both in terms of development as well as, restoration, getting properties that are currently listed as damaged by the EPA delisted, those kinds of initiatives. I think the city's in a position where it has over the years been trying a variety of initiatives to be more environmentally responsible. I think this is an opportunity for us to map what it is we're doing and to put a framework around it so that we can talk about it and it's not all kinds of loose ends, and out of that might come more of a systemic change. The challenge is to get these different systems to work together and not just give lip service. Because at a time when we reduce our park staff, we need to take initiative to be the ones to pick up stuff that maybe a paid employee did before. We need to engage partners that have a great carbon footprint challenge on their hands, such as a university. and that's the delight in having a team member of ours who also works for the university.
I work right now for the University of Minnesota Duluth, and being a new employee, a new sustainability coordinator for the campus, I think it's added value for them to have me as a part of this training, both because of my coordination of sustainable efforts on campus, but also because UMD is part of a community. We're part of the City of Duluth, and I think there's a lot of connections that can be made there as well. Been on the Planning Commission for almost 2 years. A few years ago, if you sat in on Planning Commission meetings, I don't remember seeing a lot about stormwater quality or wetland preservation, and I think the awareness is really starting to get there. And there's been some projects in the city that have raised a lot of awareness about public access and shoreland use and wetlands and the quality of our waters. So I think that awareness combined with more people on the Planning Commission speaking out to those issues has really helped. You can see the land use map behind me. That's our future comprehensive plan, a process that the city went through and got a comprehensive plan approved, and now it's time to put that into ordinance. Going through this training and learning the natural step and the framework for decision making, I think will help integrate the concepts from the comprehensive plan into our code update. That's my hope.
I'm looking forward to taking that next step, the next page in the city's history, and just being able to implement some of the policies that get us squared around.
I think it's the right time, and I think the end result will be something measurable instead of as incremental as what we've seen in the past.
I'm really excited to be a part of this. I'm looking forward to learning a lot more about what it really means to be sustainable. It's a very complex topic. I'm just excited to continue being a part of these groups where I can share that knowledge and be a part of big decisions that are coming for our city to make it a better place.